Annyeonghaseyo, Daebak Fam.
I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but. I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like.
Welcome back to Daebak Reacts TV, your front row seat to Korean entertainment, travels, eats, and of course, big Daebak energy. As you can see, I changed my opening tagline. I just thought I'd do something different because my channel now is an all-encompassing channel. Well, when I say all-encompassing, I mean specifically within the realm of everything related to Korea, whether it's culture, food, traveling, and entertainment, right? I do get a chance to travel to different places when I can. And even if it's not specifically Korea, I still give you that Korean flavor when I react to my travels, right? When I present a trip to all of you. But that being said, right, this is big because I binged Mercy for None on Netflix. And this is going to be my review on the show, what I think about it, whether it slapped or whether it really sucked. Okay? Of course, this is my honest review. I'm pretty sure there's going to be people that may not agree with me, all right? And there's going to be people that are probably going to go, yeah, right? So just know, I'm not a huge fan of disclaimers, but I have to mention this. This is going to be a neutral and honest review of the show. And it's in no way, shape, or form similar to or represents any similarity to some of the critique that's already out there for the show. Okay? This is my personal opinion. So, that being said, let's get started. So, Mercy for None. What did I think about the show? I'll give you the overall feel of what I thought the show was, and then I'll break it down and tell you what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it. All right? So, overall, the show felt like an extended play of Korean John Wick. Hands down. So as per what was advertised, they delivered, right? It was a Korean version of John Wick extended. It was like I was watching probably one movie and then the sequel in the next episode and then the sequel to that and so on and so forth. It just felt like one extended John Wick movie. And I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed every minute of the show. Now, let's get into specifics. Let's start with the story. The story was actually pretty dope. The concept of the story was pretty dope, right? I don't want to give any spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it yet. It basically revolves around this one guy who's hell-bent on revenge, right? He's an ex-gangster, and he vows revenge, and he carries out his revenge pretty much throughout the entire show. Now, that being said, I would say that there were a few loopholes that I noticed, and one of them involves the antagonist, or one of the antagonists. I'm not going to tell you if he's the main antagonist because you got to watch the show. There's several of them, right? But one of the antagonists starts off as an unknown and kind of develops, but I felt like this antagonist became the antagonist rather quickly, if you know what I mean. It was kind of weird to see that transition develop so fast. Like, I get it, I get the intention behind whatever this person was trying to do, but it just felt a little off because it just felt like there was this desire to be somebody that this person was not. Like, I know it probably doesn't make sense when I say it like this, but it'll make sense when you watch the show. right? There's a lot of action in the show. There's a lot of plot development and character development. Like, you can actually see the protagonist develop as he progresses. You'll see more of his character, right? And why he is the way he is. And even the other supporting characters kind of give a very different vibe compared to what the protagonist is. So I will say that there are probably, I want to say there are roughly 4 antagonists. Yeah, I want to say there's 4 of them. But one of them sort of this back and forth person. And this person switches between being a supporting good character to a negative character in the show. Okay, so story-wise, I liked it. Aside from that major loophole where I thought it was just kind of off the way they introduced this character, there were no other loopholes I can think of. Well, if I had to mention one, I would say that some of the scenes, like maybe 1 or 2 of the scenes, were kind of unnecessary. Like, they were unnecessary because it doesn't really add anything to the story except as B-roll, right? It's sort of it's there, and it's cool that it's there, but it just doesn't really add anything to the show. I mean, they could have easily taken that out, right? Yeah, so besides that, I think everything else in terms of story was pretty good. Now, let's move on to the visuals. Visuals were solid. I absolutely loved the noir setting. I loved how they carried it out, right down to color grading, right? Like, it had this teal, it had shades of teal, it had neon, and I liked it's sort of, I want to say it's low-key cyberpunky. Like, it's not cyberpunk in terms of genre, it's just that feel, right? With every time I see neon and noir in a movie or in a show, that's where my mind goes. Because when you think about neon or neon signage, automatically my mind just goes to like high-tech, low life. Very reminiscent, right? It's very, very it's a signature with the genre. So you'll see it in the Hitman 3 game when Agent 47 goes to Chongqing, China. That entire episode, that entire mission feels like a cyberpunk episode, right? With like all the neon signage and everything. So that was kind of cool. Let's talk about the action. Action, I gotta say, they nailed it. I'm not just saying it because it takes a lot. When you're directing an action flick or an action series, it has to be believable. You want to pull your audiences into the show or the movie. And I felt like they really did justice to the choreography. Like, the fight scenes were impeccable. I would say whoever directed the fight scenes, whoever was the stunt director and the action director, I don't know what the official term is. I will probably need to look this up. Me being a movie buff and a drama buff, well, entertainment buff in general, I should know this, but I'll have to look that term up. Anyway, I would say that the actions were believable, right? Every single move, every action that this protagonist took was relatable. It was grounded in the show, right down to the fact, and then this is not really a spoiler. It's a visual and it's part of the story and you'll see why, but the protagonist has a weakness. I'm not going to tell you what the weakness is, but he has a weakness. And the way they depict this in the show, visually and through his actions and movements, absolutely perfect, right? It was believable. I could relate to the guy. So that was kind of cool how they added that, and it just added this extra layer right? And it kind of showed you how he overcomes that in every episode when he goes through all of these sequences, these action sequences, right? So I thought that was a cool, nice touch that they added. Soundtrack. Well, the ambience. Well, I say ambiance like like a French person. No, it's actually ambience. But the ambience was kind of neat. It was again very much grounded in the show. The build up, the tension. I really enjoyed it, and it really connected to me, at least. The violence in the show, it is brutal. It is brutal. So it's not for the faint of heart, right? If you're queasy, you get queasy easily. If you've got a weak stomach and you can't really watch blood, splashing everywhere on the screen, don't watch this show. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I want to say that if more shows are made this way, I think Korea can really stand on par. They can stand next to some amazing Hollywood productions, because the level, the quality, the level of detail, and the quality of these shows that I've been seeing so far, they are really, really beating all my expectations. And I gotta hand it to Korea, the dedication behind the amount of work that they put into it. I haven't seen this type of quality in any other language, including Japanese shows. And I've watched a lot of Japanese drama in the past. I speak Japanese fluently, and of course I'm an anime fan. But of course, anime is a whole different ballgame, right? That's a different world. We're not talking about anime. I'm talking about real shows, like realism, right? Like live action film and TV shows. So in terms of that, I think Korea really has an edge. And they're just moving forward. They keep stepping up their game. So I'm looking forward to more of these types of shows. But overall, I would say if I had to rate this show, I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. That's my Daebak review. So if you like reviews like this, if you like this stuff, consider subscribing. Don't forget to smash the like button. It really helps me. It keeps me motivated to keep coming back with videos like this. And I'm always looking for ways to improve. So I'm also open to suggestions. Mention what would you like to see different on my channel. Mention that in the comments. And I will come back again, right? New and improved. So that being said, this is all I got. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you in the next video. This is your host, Domino, signing off from Daebak Reacts TV. Peace.